Hey, sorry. Hey guys, it's Bitty Penny. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. Happy Saturday. Let's see. Welcome, welcome. Don't mind me, I'm just gathering a few things. All right, you guys. We are going to make a craft roulette card. I wanted to show you this book that I got because I think we're going to do some watercolor too. After the craft roulette card, we'll do some watercolor. So I wanted to show y'all that book, and I was grabbing containers. So I think a coffee cup is a really cute container. They call this a cloche, right? I believe. Mason jar. I've got lots of containers. I was thinking like soda bottles, which I also have stamps of that, a really old Stampin' Up catalog. So we are gonna make our craft roulette card and maybe do some watercolor, maybe do an accordion journal. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I wanted to look back at these because I have not finished these yet. These are some cards I started when I was like, oh, okay, I'll make 6 cards. And we kind of ran out of time. They were based on Stampington magazine. And this was the first set I had made. And then we made these two. Super cute. I think a house could be a container because a house holds all of our things. And I was wondering, the only thing that doesn't make this work for craft roulette last night was it's not an A2. So I was thinking, well, maybe I could make one of these an A2. And this could actually be my craft roulette card. So I've got lots of ideas swimming around in this noggin of mine. Yeah, lots and lots of ideas. Okay. I don't even know where I feel like there's more pieces I'm missing. Like, where are all of these pieces? Because I had some that have brown and some that have the ocean for the mermaid. Well, I have the ocean, but I don't know where the brown ones are. I definitely need to make these cards before all the pieces get lost. That's for sure. I see the pieces kind of swimming around here randomly. This was my 100th card, which we made the first day I came back from vacation. We made that card together this week. And that was lots of fun. I have a bunch of things over here I need to put away. But before doing that, I'm going to look and see if I have the rest of the pieces. Huh. I do not see them. How's everybody doing? I hope y'all are all doing well. Oh, no, I don't see it. That's really interesting. I know we made the backgrounds. I'm wondering if they could be off with the card bases somewhere. I just don't see them anywhere. Use it or lose it, right? So we've got options. I should probably put all of this in a bag, or else, well, in this craft room, I could lose even more of it. Look at all these stamps I need to put away, and paper. Oh my goodness. Here's some tutti frutti colors in this paper pad. I would say these, I mean, it's rainbow, but hey, taste the rainbow. I don't know whose, that's somebody's slogan. Is it Skittles? I think it's Skittles. Taste the rainbow. All right. So let me put all these down. I'm going to clean my craft room, you guys. I really am. My goal is to clean it before Craft Roulette Live. I'm going to have it clean before I leave for Craft Roulette Live. Oh, she's like, oh man. My dog. Oh my goodness, I keep dropping pieces. Okay. All right, let me find you guys. Yeah, I think last night's parameters were great. Caitlin Anthony was great. I didn't get to watch in real time, but I watched the entire episode right after it ended. I started watching it like 8:30, I think. And it was so enjoyable, as always. And what a great spin it was. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Nima. Nima, I'm going to do some watercolor today. I was going to have a guest on. I was thinking about reaching out to you and Karen and Desiree, but I'm glad I didn't, because I almost didn't make it today, you guys. I've only had 3 hours of sleep. My brain would not stop last night. Literally, I got 3 hours of sleep. I got an hour and a half. Then I was up all night trying to go back to sleep. And then I got another hour and a half. And I still just now woke up. So I really tried. Okay, this is a book actually that Karen McCoy shared, Slap and Paint on Paper. And the minute she shared it, it was like, oh my gosh, I have to get my grubby little hands on that. And it's a smallish book in size, but it is thick and it's super cool. So it's a flower color guide, and it's organized by flower color. Okay, so it starts with white. And it's really, really cool. It's got the, like, this is an azalea. It has its flower name. It's white. It's a filler flower that blooms in spring, or is, yeah, and blooms in spring. So this is a book that was made for florists. So, but, you know, artists are going to use it too. Hydrangea is year round. I didn't realize that. I like that it tells me when it's available or when it's blooming. I think that's really cool. But so we go for white flowers. And I just like that you get a little bit of the stem and the bud of flowers. Calla lily. And it goes through all the colors. So we go from all the whites to the pink. There's all the pink. Aren't they lovely? I love the way carnations smell. So pretty. Lots of roses, more lilies, carnations, all the lovely things. Blue, green, There's going to be more pink. Oh, so cool. Like, what the is that? Grevillea. Never heard of it. Pale yellow. It's used for gesture or texture, and it's year-round. Where? That is so cool. Anyways, I got this because I thought it was super cool. And so I want to thank Karen McCoy for her influence. I love this French marigold. And I want to paint more flowers. And so I thought this would be an excellent resource for painting flowers. Wow, look at that. And discovering flowers. Coxcomb. Celosa Cristo. Rust, filler, summer and fall. I've never seen that. So many pretty things, right? Some of the red things. So I'm going to slowly work through painting these. And just using this as a resource. So, so pretty. And then it's got these little cut aparts back here. Like, this is perforated. I don't know what you're supposed to do with this, but it's pretty cool. I'm sure, surely they tell us. And there's our notes section. Florist notes. But yeah, I don't know what this little index cards back here are for, but they're perforated and they're teeny tiny little cards with the name and all the same information on the back. Isn't that cool? I don't know what you use it for. I'm not a florist. I don't know what you're supposed to use that for, but I wanted to share that with y'all. I actually got it before I went on my trip, but yeah, I hadn't really looked through it or shown it to you guys. All right, let me keep saying hi to everybody. Miss Vicky Ruda, Nima. Is that Angela? I think it's Angela. And Flo, good morning. Kalinda Zellstorm, hello. Hey there, Beth. Libby. Hi, Libby. Looked at you, popped in, and then disappeared for a minute. Ah. Home is finished. Vicky's home is finished. Craft room is painted, floor installed, and all the crafty goodies are back in place. I am so glad. Thanks, Nima. I'm in the mug club, girl. I made it. My goal was to make it before Craft Roulette Live so I can like check that big old box off of my wish list, to-do list, whatever you call it. All right, let's get this card made. A2. Well, vanilla card base would be unexpected. I'm only grabbing it. That could be my unexpected color. I'm only grabbing it because it's pre-cut and right there. All right. And we've got some containers. All right. Nima, are you enjoying World Watercolor Month? I have directed people to you and Karen to watch you guys watercolor. I know both of y'all are watercoloring this month. I haven't gotten to play along at all, so I definitely want to. Ooh, these might be really cool on the sides. How I might want to do this, I'm not really sure yet. I need to grab some watercolor paper. Let me do that real quick. Take them all out at my desk. I've almost made it through a whole box of this watercolor paper. I got a BRB. My dog needs attention. We got to take care of the Fazzy Wazzy. Come on. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. It's just one of those mornings, you know, you got to take care of business. We went to see Odyssey last night. This is my smart water. I don't know. I wanted to look at this bottle like it's just water. It doesn't have any caffeine, right? Oh my gosh. I slept last night as if I'd had 5 cups of espresso. Like, just not at all. So then I started kind of recounting, like, what did I eat or drink? All I drank was water yesterday. You wouldn't know it from my sleep last night or lack thereof. Miss Linda Veal, did you make it to 175 last night? I think that's the number your card came in at. Congratulations, that's amazing. Bitty Penny and everyone, I finally woke up on time to catch a live stream. Girl, I don't know how you do it. I'm still on California time, and I was only there for 3 days, 4 days. And my body doesn't want to give it up. It's like, ooh, I like this California time. Let's do more of that. Yeah, I've got to retrain my body. It didn't help that my watch didn't want to get off California time either. It's so funny. I was back for 2 days before it like synced up and was back on track. Okay, so I'm going to cut this watercolor paper down to 4 by 5 1/4. This will go on top of our card base. Now, I know a lot of times I put the A2 on top of a 5 by 7 because they're just so cute on there. Let me show you. Where's a 5 by 7? Here's a 5 by 7. A2 is just super cute on a 5 by 7. Truly is. But I'm going to make an A2. Like a good little crafter who plays by the rules. And I need to find, I think it's over here in this stack of stuff, my Pear Blossom Press. Shout out to Amanda. My Pear Blossom Press acetate. Oh, I have so many stamps that need to be put away. It's really quite ridiculous, actually. I have so many cards to finish and stamps to put away. I think a car and an airplane would be a good container. What do you guys think? That would be really unexpected. And I think it would be a good container. Oh, guess what I found? I found one more background for the unfinished cards. Oh, there they all are. This live is a mess. Well, this girl's a mess. Ooh, look at that pretty painted paper we made that time. Ooh, I want to make more of that. Bunch of A2 stuff over here. And what do you know? All right. Oh, man, I've got so much stuff to put away. And I have a feeling I'm going to find my acetate at the bottom of the stack. So that's why I'm digging through here. Angie Downs, hello. Hello, hello. How's it going? Are you crafting today? Hi, Sue. How you doing? Stamps, stamps, stamps. And more stamps. Still looking for that acetate. There it is. Yep, I had a feeling it was at the bottom of that pile. Okay, I wanted to use this Pear Blossom Press window sheets. One, because I don't make that many A2 cards, but these are perfect for A2 card makers and also just like for elements on your card. Anyways, this is heat resistant, die cuttable, crystal clear acetate, and not all acetate is heat resistant or die cuttable. So those are the selling features of this, and something I always wanted. So when Amanda came out with that, I was just like, ah, I've been wanting that. So let's get a sheet of this out. And I think it's going to be perfect for this element because I can stamp it on, emboss it, and cut it out. Let's do that. And then I think I'm going to pull out my stamp sets that I still have out from those other scene cards we were making with the mermaids and stuff. I have some really cute ones. See, these are teeny tiny containers with teeny tiny images. There's the mermaids. This one has a bottle with a cork in it. Oh, a shell can be a container, you guys. You know, because usually there's life in that shell. Looking for the one that had deer in it. Do a different kind of scene. Here's another one. There's a moose and a bear and like a tree and a flower and a ladybug, a little mushroom, this little deer. I think this would be really cute. Ooh, a little bird. All right, so we've got things to work with, but I definitely, oh, a suitcase is a container, you guys. And birthday presents are a container. Like the stack of birthday gifts. I'm telling you, containers, Mary Gun, kiss your brain. That was a great parameter. Great parameters can come from unexpected places, like container. All right, the trick is to not smear this. And I didn't put any powder on it either, but we'll be okay. Who else is crafting today? Hi, Miss Linda Gorman. Hello. Who else is crafting today? Anybody? Everybody? Let's use an unexpected color. Let's use this like violet purple. I ordered my Craft Roulette t-shirts yesterday. I ordered 3. I got the Mama Llama. I got the new Whoa shirt. I had to have it. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite shirt of Craft Roulette's, maybe ever. The one that Mary was wearing last night. When I saw her have that on, because I had ordered in the daytime, I was like, woohoo! I'm so glad I got that shirt. Now, I wore that Whoa shirt on vacation when we went to Florida last year. And we'd been driving for literally 24 hours because we drove straight down to Palm Beach. And when we got to the hotel, you could say I was a little frazzled. And the guy at the front desk was like, whoa. And I was like, what? Everything okay? And he was like, just reading your shirt. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my goodness. So it cracked me up when Mary said, now, you know, be prepared. People might read your shirt. You might hear a lot of woes when you read this, when you wear this shirt. It's true. It happened to me. Hi, Vicki. Hi, Teresa. How's it going? Hello, hello. I'm getting there. I'm getting there, you guys. I want to welcome everybody in. Oh, it's Andrea. I was like, Angela? No, it didn't feel right. It's Andrea. Long time no see. So good to see you. Maddie's here. Hi, Maddie. How's it going? Anytime, just let me know. I will, Nima. I want to have you on with me. I want to watercolor with you again. I've still got rocks. Brian! Hi! Long time no see, buddy. Except for I do see you at Craft Roulette, and I'm happy for that. You haven't been notified in a while. You might unsubscribe and resubscribe or something. I'm usually here, Brian, Monday. Okay, in the summer, I have summer hours. But it's Monday and Thursday and Saturday lives. Monday and Thursday during the summer is 6 a.m. Saturday's 8 a.m. And then in school time, which is coming right up, you guys, it's 5 a.m. on Monday and Thursday and 8 a.m. Saturday stays the same all year. 8 a.m. Because I wasn't sleeping last night, I almost canceled this morning's live. But I really try with all of my power and might to never do that. This is just embossing like a dream. Oh my goodness, you guys. I was late to Craft Roulette last night because we went and saw Odyssey. My hubby found an IMAX theater an hour away. We drove an hour because I am a spoiled brat and I wanted to see it on IMAX and not regular XD or whatever. I'm like, no, it's going to cut off the top and the bottom. I've got to see it in IMAX. Like, apparently, Christopher Nolan, the director, had IMAX create a camera specifically for this movie. It's like, I'm not missing this IMAX moment in history. Okay. So now we have this. Now it's going to be tricky as to how I glue this onto the card. That will be a wee bit tricky. You guys, there's a lot of flooding in Texas, but not here where I'm at. But definitely pray for those in south, a little south of me, like Uvalde area. Uvalde's like, I think, a 2-hour drive from here, 2 or 3 hours. Man, I'm Central Texas. They're South Texas. But definitely pray for them. We've had a lot of cloudy skies and daily rain, but not anything to write home about. They have, however, are getting like just crazy amounts of rain. Okay. That part is done. And I think purple is the unexpected color so far. I might have a lot of unexpected colors by the time we get done with this. Tutti Frutti. Weren't there pancakes, the Tutti Fruttis from IHOP? Tutti Frutti, fresh and fruity? Is that how it went? I think that's how it went. All right. I really kind of want to use these lilies. These are from PM Artist Studios. Back here behind, kind of like a background. And then, yeah, I really do. I want to stamp them in Simon Hurley ink. Let's do that. Let's do some more purple. Oh boy, I better go get the Wazzy in because I hear a lawnmower. And that's just going to send her into a morning frenzy. Because nobody told her they were going to be mowing the yard today. So, oops, stuck my finger right in that. I'm still not done saying good morning to everyone. Deputy Heidi's here. Hi, Deputy Heidi. BRB. It'll be really quick. I'm back. Oh my gosh, you guys. When my husband said our house, well, thanks, Debbie Heidi, on the congratulations for 100, by the way. When we got back from our trip, my husband said, uh-oh, it's Jumanji out there. He was so right. I think I'm going to use this green, not this one. Whoops, sorry. And okay, so we came home the very first night we get in, it was like 10 o'clock at night. And I open the back door and a lizard falls in the house. Okay. Well, then the next morning, my husband goes out in the yard, and what welcomes him is like a 4-foot long snake skin. I just went out to let my dog out. Oh, and then he saw a huge, like larger than life, like hummingbird size wasp. I think it's those that dig that they live in the ground, one of those kinds. Oh man. So he was like, our yard turned into Jumanji while we were gone. Yeah, seemingly so. It did. So I just opened the back door to let our dog in, and there are so many ants trailing across my back patio, and I have never seen that before. There's like 4 different trails going all directions. We're surrounded. We're getting invaded, you guys. It's an invasion. Isn't that beautiful? I love that flower. Jess is here. Hi, Jess. How's it going? Jess, are you coming to Craft Roulette Live? I am loving it. I'm watercoloring with art impression stamps, which is a lot easier. Yeah, well, art impressions is great for watercolorists, isn't it? I don't have very many of their stamps, Nima, but I do know that they make great stamps for watercolorists. So the other day, you guys, I used Karen's foam stamps and I made these flowers and I stamped those with paint, right? Acrylic paint. Today I'm stamping the same foam stamps from the same brand. Well, they're different foam stamps, but from the same brand with inks. I was telling you the other day that you could do that. You most certainly can. You most certainly can. All right. Now, I'm going to clean that off. Nima, I was actually thinking of you this morning when I grabbed that book to share with everyone because you sent me a little mini watercolor book one time with a bunch of flowers that you had watercolored on. Each page was different flowers. I love and treasure that book. And thank you so much. Okay, just cleaning off my stamps. I like to do it right away with these foam ones. One, because they're black, and I feel like I will forget and I won't know that they're dirty, and then I'll grab them. Vicki, you're working on ATCs for Craft Roulette. That is awesome. I'm not doing ATCs this year, but there is a gift that I'm giving to everyone. It's top secret. And so I'm not doing the ATCs this year, but I love that you guys are. I am trying to bring a bunch of cards for the card exchange. I'm going to go through my stash. I think I'm going to grab all my Craft Roulette cards. I mean, there should be 100 of those. I mean, some of them I've given, Like I've made craft roulette cards if I needed a birthday or, you know, I needed them for an occasion. But I should still have some that I haven't given away. So I'm going to go through my card stash. I'm going to grab my craft roulette cards and make those part of the card exchange. And then take some other cards because I love the card exchange. I mean, I think I can, I know I don't want to like throw off the card exchange. So I think I need to keep it like close to 10, but I'm still going to bring more than 10. Just slightly more. All right. I wanted to use the Simon Hurley ink, you guys, because I wanted just to be able to blend it out with water and fill in these stamped images. It did okay. This is watercolor paper, but it didn't spread too much. It probably let it dry too long, but it did okay. It did good. Messy Missy's here. Good morning. Okay, let's grab this little buddy. Ooh, now the purple is really nice feature. Yeah, and I wanted this to put all of this in the background, which it did. Nice. Okay, let's put in some ground and some sky back here behind the flowers. Let's do that. For that, I will grab my watercolors. Only all of my watercolors are still packed away. I mean, not all of them, but my small palettes that I reach for quite often are packed away. Nima, do you ever use stuff like this? The watercolor additives. Let me open this one. This is iridescent medium. They have one for granulation, I think. I think I have it. And then this is the iridescent one. It's basically a mica solution that you can mix into your watercolors, and then any color you want could be iridescent. I bought them years ago, and I still have yet to use them. I mean, that one was still wrapped up, but it was in my watercolor drawer. And since you're here, thought I'd ask. Okay, this is my granulating palette that I built for myself. I believe this is all Daniel Smith. We're going to have a little bit of ground here. You know what I really want to do, you guys, is watercolor my vacation pictures of like when we were going through Utah and the desert and stuff. I really want to watercolor all of that. Angie, I'm reminding myself I don't need more stuff. Is the want monster coming for you, Angie? It is fun that they used craft store here. It named stuff. That is funny. That is funny. Oh, Scrap and Barbie was $175, Linda Veal? Oh, I thought it was you. And it's probably not Barbie, it's Barry. Let's mix a little. I'm going to grab some. blue. This blue does not want to activate. Oh man, you guys, that Odyssey movie. Wow. I think that'll be movie of the year. I really do. That would be a good movie to go see with your hubby or your son or something like that, for sure. Sparkle Art, not a big fan. She left the theater going, nope, that's not my kind of movie. Um, Young Z liked it. Dr. Shrub liked it. I thought it was very cinematic and very good. It doesn't beat this movie called Obsession, which I can't see because it's a scary movie. And I don't watch scary movies. But for Young Z, he thinks the character development of Obsession is better. And I can see where he would say that because, you know, if you've seen Gladiator and you've seen some of these movies over the years that they love to make, Ben-Hur, all those kinds of movies, then, you know, you've seen the Greeks and the Romans and people battle it out. You know, even if we think about Braveheart, you know, we've seen battle movies, right? But apparently, the movie he thinks is the movie of the year, this movie called Obsession, he thinks is fresh and new and hasn't been made a bunch. And I am the same. I am like him. I always like movies like that too, that bring something new to the table, you know, that are a new story that you haven't seen before or have different kinds of characters. So I get it. I have the same kind of appreciation for things like that. So I just took this blue and really watered it down. I want the sky to be soft. Really pushed back here in the background. I'm going to have a cute little scene card, you guys. Hey girl, you got food. You've already been out there. You can't go chase the lawnmower. Just chill. Talking to Faz. Oops. Oh no. You will be crafting because you. Oh, I'm sorry, Melissa. You would just have to start left-handed crafting. You know who could inspire you is Yvette Olay Creates. She went through some hand problems and she had to craft without her non-dominant hand. And you know, it was a struggle in the beginning, but by the end of it, it's so funny because I got so used to watching her use her non-dominant hand that when she went back to using her dominant hand, I was like, oh, this looks weird now. So don't give up. Yes. I'm in the Founders Club, but not, my submissions are slow. So it took me over 60 months to do 100 cards. Okay, now I want to think about my elements. What little elements do we want to put in this card? No mermaids, no mermaids. I love the idea of a snail going on vacation. Where's the snails? I thought I'm maybe missing one of these. One of these has snails. And it's not any of these. I think it would be so cute if we put a stack of suitcases on top of a snail and sent that snail on vacation. Let's see, let's see. Found it. Look at these cute little snails. Oh, one of them I have stamped out. Right here. Wouldn't that be adorable? If we sent a little family of snails on vacation. It says slow down. But yeah, we could have, and uh-oh, one snail could be going the wrong way. Hey, buddy. Everybody else is going the other way. That would be really cute. Let's try it. Are the sizes true to size? Which sizes? I might craft later today. Oh, good. What sizes are we talking about? Crafternoon with my daughter, Vicky. That's awesome. What a great way to get settled back into your craft room. Have a crafty crafternoon with your daughter. I love that. My mom's coming over today. I don't know what we're gonna do. Tomorrow we're having like a little family birthday party for my 16-year-old son and World Cup party combined. Tomorrow's the final. And if you don't care, then just go ahead and cheer for my team. That's Spain. Especially with all these cheating rumors. We can just go ahead and everyone can cheer for Spain. I'm fine with that. Oh, look at this little flag. How cute. Oh my gosh, look at that little guy. I almost missed him. He's so tiny. I love that every snail is going one way except for one. Look at that little guy. He needs a suitcase. Now, I think I'm going to put the whole stack of suitcases on one snail. Let's stamp them out and see how this goes. Papa snail. We're going to call that Papa. He's got to carry all these suitcases. My husband and I, it was mainly just me. I didn't want to probably give up control, but used to kind of pack and repack the card one after another, but I have surrendered and I just let him do it. I just let him do it and I do other things. And he did such an awesome job on our vacation. It was so funny. When we were in Santa Monica, our hotel had valet parking only. And when we brought out all of our stuff, there was a really nice lady there. And she was trying to help him. And I was like, it's okay. He's got this. I just let him do it. Just let him do it. We're going to have to probably stagger our snails to fit them all in the scene, but I think that that'll be really cute. And then let's check out how these stack on top. Kat made ATCs for friends in Kansas. That's awesome. I love that people are making ATCs. Now I'm like, oh man, should I have made some? I made enough for everyone last year. Okay, so this is our family of snails. And there's 4 of them, just like in my family. And there's 4 suitcases. And you know what's funny? I bet the biggest suitcase is for the smallest snail, because the smaller your snail is, the more things they seem to need. just like kiddos. When they're little, you got to pack all the things. If they use binkies, then you got to have backup binkies, and a binky is a pacifier, by the way. And then the first go around for our little guinea pig, young Z, we sterilized the binky every time it fell out of his mouth. Oh, that's going to be so cute. We're going to stack those suitcases right on that Snell's back. And then, you know, one time when young Z was first, I don't know, he was probably 6 months old, and we could never get him to sleep through the night. And I could get a little bit of a break. He woke up every hour for the first year of his life. Every single hour. Ugh, my husband and I were just mentally exhausted by that. But we had this like swing. Y'all know the swings. We had an electric swing. You put them in and it swings them. He did love that. I could manage in the daytime to get him to sleep for a couple of hours in there. And so one of my husband's best friends was getting married. And when we had to travel for it, we took the swing with us. And he met us at the hotel and he was like, "Are you guys moving in?" What are y'all doing? He didn't have kids yet. He was just getting married. And we were like, this is the only way we could get like a few hours of peace and rest is with the swing. Young Z was colicky, and it was because he had food allergies and was constantly being exposed to said allergies in his diet. Hindsight, right? You learn with a guinea pig. You learn things. And sometimes you don't learn things in real time, you learn them later. He's going to lose his little antenna, unfortunately. He's bald. You're going to Hobby Lobby. I'm going to Hobby Lobby too, Jess. I need to get some. They better have it. They're supposed to have it. Some Cricut paper where you can print your own temporary tattoos, because my tattoo artist has come back with the line drawing and I'm deciding exactly where I want it. And so I was like, I was just going to get some random temporary tattoos off Amazon just to fill my arm in the two places I'm thinking of putting it. And he's like, why don't I? He's like, I wonder, we were just talking about it on the phone. He's like, well, I wonder if there are like printable sheets you can print at home. And I Googled it, and Cricut makes temporary tattoo paper that you can print on your inkjet at home. So I need to go there today to get that. I'm going to print the tattoo and put it on me in the two places I'm thinking of and wear it for a couple of days and see which one I like the most before I get inked up forever. All right, we've got the snails. Now let's arrange them. I'm thinking the snail that is going the wrong direction is also going to be on the outside of this. And then we can put them at different I think we're gonna have to stagger them at different heights to fit them all in and have them all be seen. This little guy here. And then this teeny tiny little guy might just ride on his mama's back. And we might call this the dad. Put the suitcases there. Ah, we got a snail scene. Oh, Nima's traveling. I'll be crafting in the afternoon. I'm flying back from Philadelphia. She's probably long gone. Hope she has a safe flight. Let me get caught up with you guys. It feels like the right thing to do. And we'll pick out some more of these little things. Aw, thanks, Kalinda. You're trying to Zentangle, but I think I need breakfast first. Oh, yeah, so you don't have shaky hands. This says Love Bug. Aw. Hello, sunshine. Flower power. Keep on moving. So cute. I'm just looking to see what I might, if I want to put some maybe mushrooms. I think we kind of need more tutti fruity colors. What do y'all think? Let's do magenta. Let's use Prom Queen from Mr. Hurley. Yes. I think we've got tutti fruity because we've got purple and lime, kind of this, it's turning out to be like lime green. We still have to color in all these so they can be very tutti fruity. And then I think magenta will be a fun tutti fruity color. Karen McCoy. Good morning. I was talking about you first thing this morning. Showing off that book, that flower book that I saw on your channel and had to have. I then had to show it to everybody else. And I've been directing everybody to you for World Watercolor Month, you and Nima. Now, I usually have my monthly birthday parties for you guys in the middle of the month, but I have to organize that. So we're going to do it probably next week. Not probably, we will do it next week and celebrate all of our July birthdays next week. And next month, it will be exactly a year since I started that. And I need to decide if I'm going to continue it or not. But at least we will have spent a year celebrating everybody's birthdays on the channel. Hey girl, hey, I'm behind. Let me get caught up. I'm working on it. I want to read everybody's comment is the problem. I hate it when I have to zoom past everybody. If I read them in real time, I know. I'm so glad all of you are here. I just looked up and saw how many people are hanging out with me today. Thank you guys. We're just making a fussy little card here at first, and then we're going to break out the watercolors. Yeah, these mushrooms were needed. We needed a little more fruitiness. This is like dragon fruit color. Dragon fruits are beautiful. And I would say, when Mary was asking like about the container, like does a banana peel count as a container? I think so. Um, Dragon fruits have a beautiful container, skin around them. And then the inside's so pretty, but they have no flavor. I did taste one time. It was a yellow one. Oh, dragon fruit and well, I guess dragon fruit actually has flavor. It's passion fruit that I'm thinking of that does not have flavor. I've had one passion fruit that had flavor before, and it was a yellow one. Otherwise, I don't think of them as the most flavorful fruit on earth, but they've got to have a lot of fiber, which we do all need that. Unless you've been eating that lettuce. Oh my gosh, I hope none of y'all are affected by that. And that's all I'm gonna say. Bye, Kat. I know she had to go, and I'm missing saying goodbye to her in real time. We'll see where all these land in the grand scheme of things. Put that one up there. Yeah, that fills in that area nicely. Okay, I think we've got it. What a funny little fussy little card. Okay. Get all my paper shards off of my desk. Clean up my workspace like a good little crafter. Christy, hello. It's World Watercolor Month, so you know I'm wonderfully joyful. Yeah, I know you are. I watched you the other day. I don't think I left a comment. We weren't live. But you were talking about you had cut up like ATCs and not inchies, but twinchies. And then you're in between those sizes. But you were like, I need a big piece of paper when I'm feeling like this. I totally appreciated that. I get it. I get it, Karen. Okay. I'm working on little bitty today. This is little bitty for me. This is like micro card making, it feels like. Okay. All the little details and all the little things. Let's do something unexpected, and I think I will color these with colored pencils. All right, let's make this one pink and red. Tutti frutti. I have to work this weekend. We are so far behind at work, you guys. So I'll be working this weekend and partying, watching the World Cup. That's my big old plans in a nutshell. This is like my little one. My baby is a girl. Let's do this one. I'm glad because I'm not chasing my lawnmower. Oh, Vicky, yeah. Good morning, Bethany. Oh my gosh, are the fires contained in your area? Girl. You've got Murphy working overtime over there. Let's do some, ooh, that's pretty. Those two colors together are really pretty. This is kind of like a purple blue, and right now my son's favorite color is purple. He got a pink shirt when we were on vacation. He looks so good in pink. I like that he breaks those old norms of, you know, those old societal norms of like, boys can't like pink and purple. Yes, they can. You can like any color you want. It doesn't matter your gender. All right. You know me, I'm going to be yellow. This is me right here. And Dr. Shrub is going to have the flower. He really wants to tame the yard this weekend, but I don't know how he's going to do that unless he wakes up super early in the morning and does it before all the World Cup excitement. Sorry about my nails. I know they're a wreck. Watching at double speed to catch up. Oh, I talk slow. I'm still getting caught up too, Angie. On comments. There's a couple of ways I drive my friend Libby crazy. Probably 3 ways. I keep calling her Beth for one. I get behind on comments. And I haven't done a tour of my craft room. I keep going, uh-oh. I'm definitely driving her crazy. Okay, let's color the suitcases to kind of coordinate with the different snails. I think that sounds like fun. So, my son takes the most stuff with him. He should probably be the biggest suitcase. He'll he's just like me. He'll take all of the books that he's been wanting to read for the last 6 months with him. Music, all the things. He took 2 backpacks and his carry-on this last trip. Sparkleheart, though, she also did it up. In this last trip, she had quite a bit with her too. So my kiddos are going to have the biggest suitcases. I've got like 3 different kinds of containers on this card, you guys. Suitcases, shells, and this cloche, I believe is what they're called. Okay. And Dr. Shrub definitely packs the least amount of stuff. So, bye, Christy. Sorry I was so late. She probably didn't hear me say hi or bye. It's terrible. What a terrible YouTuber. All right. That one's mine. And then Dr. Shrub's will be next. All right, he's got to have some green because that's his favorite color. So we'll put green in. The smoke turned the kids' pool into sludge. No, so I spent yesterday draining it so I could clean it. Ugh. Took less than a day to destroy the water. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Bethany. That's awful. I used to have to take care of a pool back in the day. And you're right. It takes no time at all for that water to get thrown off by like a rain. When it rains, the chemistry gets all off. It's just so easy to throw off the chemistry of a pool. I don't miss that maintenance, though I do wish I had a swimming pool in my backyard. I would probably swim every day because I am like a fish out of water. I am a mermaid on dry land. I love the water. I'm going to go ahead and color that green. He won't mind. It's going to make it look like he has a smile. This could be a thank you card to my husband. Thanks for hauling us around on a summer vacation. Now, he likes blue flowers. Is his favorite color flower. So I'm going to make this one blue. And yellow. There we go. That'll work. Let's put this thing together. I'm ready to be done with it, to be honest. This kind of is a little more fussy than what I usually like to do, but I know it's going to be cute and it's going to be worth it. It's fine. It's fine. All right. My glue gun's a little clogged. Holly. Last year, oh, hi Sharon, you did not celebrate August birthdays. You celebrated Leo's, then jumped to September. Well, yeah, but that was really August birthdays. I know there are. When does Leo's start? I don't know the astrological, the signs. There's my problem right there. That goopy mess right there. Hi Sharon, how you doing? By the way. Okay. This is what we need gone. Out of our bottle. Yeah, that's a problem. That was a huge glue mess. While we're here, let's go ahead, and this has been sitting, you know, unshaken. So let's shake it up. You're sore and groggy. Did you run a marathon, Holly? What you been doing? Jason Downs, hello. I'm shaking. Y'all can see the shadow. I'm shaking up this bottle because when it sits there for a while, you don't want to just refill your glue bottle with stuff that hasn't been well incorporated. You know, it's not going to be the best mixture. Let's go ahead while we've got the top off and top it off. All right. Talking about packing, I was thinking about what am I going to pack for Craft Roulette Live. I'd really kind of like to take this because I don't like squeezing glue bottles anymore. I really don't. Let's clean up my mess. I want this away. Looks like I got a little glue right there. Some paint over here. All right. All right, well, I like these off on the sides. Let's go ahead and glue those. I'm going to wait to glue that one mushroom down. I got to get everyone back in their positions. Positions, everyone. Do you guys have plans this weekend? Are y'all doing anything special? New? Fun? If you're crafting all weekend, that is fun, by the way. It's also special. and wonderful. So it counts. I never get to craft like all weekend. Very rarely. I mean, like never. So the fact that I'm going to get to craft that week of Craft Roulette Live is so exciting to me. I'm going to have to like build up my stamina to even be able to do it. Okay, so Mama Snail is going to have a little baby snail on her back. That's going to be super cute. So let's do that. Mama Snail and baby snail. And they're going to go in here. You guys, we're going to do some watercolor backgrounds after this. I can feel it. And then Papa Snail is going to be busy carrying everybody's stuff across the country. I think this is going to be a thank you card to my hubs for our epic summer vacation road trip. And they're going to go right there. And then this little snail is going against the grain. He's going to go right here. I have an extra mushroom. And then this big mushroom is going to go back here somewhere. Right there, and kind of fill out the scene. Okay, I think we've got it. I don't want these to move too much because I kind of have everybody exactly where I want them. Just like this. And I like everything overlapping. We're a close crew. Okay. There we go. I still got to figure out how I'm going to get this to stay down. I have not figured that out yet. I'll probably just put glue behind where the embossing is. Let's get a little foam square to go behind this guy. Aw, I hope you can do it. Bethany, you can do it. Have the pool back together by your birthday. You can do it. You got this. You got this. All right, and that little guy is going to go right there. Okay. The only thing I can think of is to put glue right back here. To actually adhere this onto the card. Okie dokie. Make sure everything's glued on. Everything's glued on. Okay. And then we'll put this on a card front Maybe this little mushroom will go on the inside or something. We've got our containers. All right. Where's my card base? There it is. Yeah, this vanilla color is very unexpected. I think I'll also put black or craft or something behind this panel. Craft would definitely be unexpected. But last night when she landed on that random, the first thing that came to mind was black. So I think black it will be. Yeah, Holly, I hope your recovery goes well. Oh, Ellie wants you to know she lost her first tooth last night. Aw, Ellie, how amazing. Oh my gosh. Big girls doing big things. That's awesome. Congratulations, Ellie. Now the tooth fairy comes. It's always fun getting a visit from a fairy. I was definitely thinking this is a very fairy-like card. You could definitely, if you weren't into snails, you could kind of case this card and do it with fairies. We could have made it an ocean theme, and you could have mermaids. These little scenes like this could be underwater, in the sky, wherever. All right. Tutti Frutti Colors, A2 card. Black is our unexpected random color. And then we've got 3 kinds of containers. The suitcases, the cloche, and the shells on the snails. Snail shells are containing the little snail bodies. So I'd say I smashed that parameter. That was a fun parameter, containers. I could keep on going. I was thinking like soda bottles. There's an old Stampin' Up! That's like a soda theme. And it says like bubbling over with happiness, things like that. I was like, oh, that would be a really good one. Champagne bottle, wine bottle. There's lots of containers all around us. Our houses. Yeah, I like that black border. That really helped it. Now let's put a sentiment on it. There's a lot of really good ones on here, like yay for Happy Mail. Happy Mail is snail mail. Slow down. Snail mail, another one. This would be a good just anytime. I want it to be like a thank you, though. This is a thank you card. Let's see if I have any other little bitty thank yous over here. And these. Thinking of you. Oh, thank you. Right there. Perfect. Okie dokie. A teeny tiny thank you. Yes, we need a tour of your craft room. I will try to get it orderly so that I can do that. I don't know. I've tried to record craft room tours in the past and I just abandoned ship. I'll see what I can do, Maddie. I'll see what I can muster. Let's make a teeny tiny tag, and we'll also do it in purple, I think. It says thank you, and then we'll move on. We're gonna do some more. We're gonna do some fun watercolor after this. Well, I also have to get it submitted. Because even though I was just, trying to make it to 100, like if I don't submit it right after I make it, chances are it may not, like there's a 50-50 chance I won't submit it at all. So that tradition kind of has to continue. It's the teeniest, tiniest thank you ever. I'm just looking at some of the plants and like the butterflies. Oh, I have something I want to share with y'all. Journaling thoughts, journaling stuff. We might do some of it actually together today. There's some really cool, I found some really cool journaling prompts on Instagram. I was hanging out on Instagram for the first time in a long time. And a really cool journaling post came up. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to save that and share that. With all of you. And I want to do these things. I want to do these journaling prompts. This butterfly made me think of it. Okay. Let's turn this into a tag. A really teeny tiny tag. Best meal on your road trip. Oh. Well, my husband doesn't eat out much. So we only ate out a couple of times. Well, I can tell you the best ice cream, because we did do an ice cream tour. The best ice cream was in Albuquerque, New Mexico, at a place called Frost. It was a gelato-inspired ice cream place. And it was the best ice cream. I got pistachio and strawberry because I'm a strawberry ice cream girl. I will always get strawberry when in doubt or whatever. A little thank you tag, and we'll put a bow up there. Let's attach it with some foam. But the second best was in Kansas City, Missouri, at a place right by the T-Mobile Center and where one of the fan camps were in the Power and Light District. There's an ice cream shop over there. I can't remember what it's called. But my ice cream had a whole slice of cheesecake as a topper. Oh my gosh. Very decadent, very indulgent. Sparkle Heart and I didn't even eat half of our cups of ice cream. Like, it was just too much, but it was amazing. So that was 1 and 2. And then we had ice cream. It was weird. On the Santa Monica Pier, there was this place that had like this Fizzy Whiz or something like that. Ice cream. It was like a fizzy soda. It's really different. It was an experience. We went out for breakfast in Santa Monica it was kind of like a mini family reunion with three of Dr. Schraub's aunts and uncles who were in town and his cousin. And it was at some fancy breakfast place. That was really good. We also watched a game at Dave and Buster's. Well, we tried, but apparently they have a deal with UFC. So they didn't put the game on a big screen and they didn't have the volume for the game turned on. They only had UFC fighting, and we are not into that at all. So that was kind of lame. We ended up only watching half the game while we ate, and then we just went and played. We had a fun time playing, but we did not enjoy watching the game there. But the food was really good. I had chicken marsala. That was good. I think this is our card, you guys. What do you think? Do you like it? Does it look like a Bitty Penny card? I don't know. But it is. I just made it. That means it is a Bitty Penny card. Jay, how you doing, buddy? Leos have the best vibe, unless you make us mad. And then maybe not. But, you know, such is life. I don't think anybody has a good vibe when you've made them mad, right? Bethany's a Leo. Yeah, Virgo is right at the end of the month, huh, Sharon? Like the 28th, 29th, because my niece and one of my brothers, they have the same birthday and they're Virgos. My dad was a Virgo, very particular person, very, very like perfectionist and particular is how I would characterize him. All right, let's bring out, golly, this thing has seen better days, but it does fit perfectly on my desk. And some of the other backgrounds I've been playing with just don't photograph as well. Let's bring this back out. Let's take a picture, get it submitted, turn it in, be done with it. I think the last two cards, you guys, I've made have been for my husband. This one is definitely for my husband. And then now this one. And both of them are very purpley. You guys, I am full Team Purple. In fact, when I bought one of my t-shirts yesterday, I bought a Team Purple t-shirt. I sure did. Let's see. I feel like I need to zoom in and capture some of the details. I don't know that I'll share that one, but we got a good picture. So now we go to craftroulette.live. It's always so great when I get so excited for all the first timers. I love it. The first card you submit is definitely, you know, the hardest. Working up the courage to submit your card. Submit as a member and you get an extended deadline up to 5 images linked to your profile. Isn't that fun? Caitlin Anthony was wonderful as always. You guys, for all of you doing the virtual event, you're going to have so much. Oh, why did I put a guest? You're going to have so much fun with Caitlin in the virtual event. I just know it. No doubt about it. I wonder if she's a Virgo because she is very organized. I always think of Virgos as being very organized. Is Craft Roulette live a full week? No, but I'm getting together with friends ahead of time, Maddie. And so I leave on the 11th. And so I will actually be there a few days before the event, a couple of days before the event to craft and have some fun. Okay, I want to do this feature with you guys. It's a new feature on Craft Roulette. So when you submit your card, you can extract a color palette. Create a 5-color palette from your image to share with the community. And there's all these different modes that you can choose from. Like a crop mode, focus on just a part of your project you want colors from. A pick mode, click anywhere in your image to grab color to increase the radius. Variations, each extraction creates 5 different moods from your colors. Ooh, variations. Paper tones. Don't show this again. Yeah, right. I'm going to need you to show me that every time. Let's go. It doesn't want to on my screen. On my screen, it's giving me a hard time. It doesn't want to let me click this button or scroll up. This is in the way. Oh, iPhones. Can I just click away from it? Do I have to? Oh, there we go. There's my color palette for today. Extractions. Soft and muted, rich and deep, true to photo. Okay, hopefully y'all can see this. True to photo, soft and muted, rich and deep. Ooh, I like that one. Light and airy. Isn't that cool? You guys, so cool. I love that. Okay, I need to go back. We'll do it with extract. Okay. I like that soft and muted too. Okay. Do I save it? All right. Let's go down here and get this thing submitted, shall we? All right. So I made an A2 card for real. And we've got purple, magenta, and bright green for the Tutti Frutti colors. Containers. I feel like I'm going to misspell this, but that's because it's French. I'm going to put glass container. I don't feel like figuring it out. Glass container, suitcase, suitcases, and shells. And then random, I'm going to put black. I'd say that card was a little fussy, but so much fun. Mainly because y'all were hanging out with me. All right, and we are on 101, friends. Continue. Your white cardstock to arrive this morning, so that'll help. Kalinda's getting her white cardstock. That's great. You've been procrastinating at the beginning of the summer, so I'm hoping to get a lot of crafting done this weekend. That sounds magical. My Craft Roulette card is a record and an album cover. Oh, I like that. Jason Downs. That is so cool. I need to buy more craft supplies and art supplies. You do, Lindaville? Do you need things like glue and paper and the not fun stuff? Or you just want more stuff, period? I bought some, oh, fill in project. Whoopsie doopsie. I thought I did. A2. A2 card. Maybe it likes that better. It does. Okay. Opt. Okay, y'all don't do this. Only I do that. Okay. I love your happy snail. Thanks, Jay. Adorable. Thanks, Vicky. Dream Not Crochet. You would like hanging out with my mama. She crochets every day. Every day, every day, every day. She even likes to come to paper crafting events and crochet. I love it. Okay, there's our little card, you guys. It's done. I think this belongs to something. It does. It belongs to a card we made the other day. I was going to pop that on the inside, but that's okay. I'll finish off the inside later. It just needs a little something. Let me show you what I'm talking about. For me, when the front of the card, when you add layers, it gets really stiff and it doesn't bend, right? But then the bottom, the back of the card bends. I don't like that. So I already have these pre-cut white card inserts. Also, this ivory card base is unexpected color. Anyways, so I already have these pre-cut to 4 by 5 1/4. I used to only make A2 cards, you guys, so I have hundreds of these already cut. And it is great. If you use thinner cardstock, you know, you don't have to buy the super expensive, super heavyweight stuff. You might just want to do like this and add an insert, and then that fixes the problem. It's no longer flimsy. And I find, because I like to add a lot of layers to my card, that I like a lighter card base weight. Because if I start with like 110-pound paper or a super heavy paper, like a lot of card makers recommend, and then I add a lot of layers on top, the card, I have to add multiple stamps to get it in the mail. And this way, if I start with a light card base, I can add my layers and not have to pay extra postage. So that's a little tip for you guys. All right, moving on. I'm going to get out a piece of watercolor paper. And we're just going to do a little background painting here. We have done, and I don't have the paper anymore because we've cut it up and used it. Well, I have strips. So we've done squares, the square paper with watercolors. What else have we done, you guys? We've done circles. But we could extract that palette. I don't know if I did it right or not. And see, we could kind of match the palette. But yeah, let's just sit here. It's watercolor month and do a little watercoloring. And hang out together, and I'll read your comments. Some more. Oh, this is a palette I haven't used very much. I kind of don't know why I have this palette, because I feel like I have these colors in another palette, but it's fine. It's fine. All right. These colors definitely go from the card we just made. Those are definitely the colors that we used. Let's think about what we want to do this time. I pulled out a piece of paper the other day. Were y'all here for it? I pulled out a bunch of my painted pages. And I was like really not wanting to use it because I didn't want to say goodbye to it. This one. And I know it just looks like a hot mess, but when you go to cut this down and make it a background, it's going to be so pretty. So I feel like we should make another hot mess watercolor background because I was feeling very attached to that one and I didn't want to cut it up. So if you feel that way, just make more of them. Miss Paula Rice. I don't know why, but Jason Downs and I can never be exactly at the same spot watching YouTube. So there is always a bit of an echo. Oh no. Well, you guys are just busy making things happen, you know. You're multitasking. Oh, sorry. Bumped you guys. That's why. I know it's so funny, Angie, that you say that though. Dr. Shrub last night after the movie, I watched Craft Roulette and um, he was in his studio working on music. And I was also kind of looking around on Instagram and I kept sending him videos. And at one point, I was like, if he would just come in here and look at Instagram with me, I wouldn't have to send him all these videos, links. Ah. Are y'all that way? Do you send a lot of video links? I do. Ooh, I have a feeling we can make a bunch of these real quick. Okay, so here's my inspiration for you guys with Watercolor Month. This is a watercolor project that anybody can do with any watercolors. I wanted to do something that is not necessarily like symbolic, like I'm not trying to paint flowers, I'm not trying to paint anything specific. I'm just making fun painted papers. I wanted to do something that anybody at any level with any watercolor could do and not be intimidated. I am going to have to move you guys out a little bit because I keep bumping you with this big old brush. This big old Texas-sized brush. Meredith and Cricket, hello. Cat's back. Cat, I didn't get to say goodbye to you the first time, but you're back. Hi. I got my card done. That was a fussy card, you guys. That was a 2-hour card. Jeez Louise. I think that's one reason I shifted my card making, to be honest, back when I did. It's not that it's a big deal. I mean, it's just fun, but I really honestly think that that's why I like to play with a lot of like patterned paper and ephemera, because I can make one really fussy card in 2 hours, or I could make like 6 cards in 2 hours, you know? All right, so if you have watercolors, get them out, grab some watercolor paper, and just play. Like I'm just painting stripes is all I'm doing. And I'm trying to randomize my color. And I'm letting them do what watercolors do, which is kind of take on a life of their own, run into each other, blend into each other, and, you know, go wild. Go wild, watercolors. Go wild. And I really like this big round brush today. Like, you could do this with a flat brush. You could do it with a big round brush. You can do it however you want. But I'm liking the marks and the unevenness of this big brown brush. Let's just keep going. Just keep swimming here. Working this color in. And I'm telling you, this would make a beautiful background for cards or a journal. Like this would be a beautiful journal cover. Will your thank you fit in the handle of the cloche? Oh, Paula knows how to spell it. I was actually very close to spelling cloche. Now that I look at your spelling, I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought it. That's how I thought it was spelled, but okay. I didn't feel like figuring it out. I had already made a fussy card for 2 hours. That used up all of my patience. I think the big bow at the top. I like strawberries and strawberry ice cream, Angie. Cutest card ever. Oh my gosh, Holly. Then it was totally worth it. Oh my gosh, hashtag worth it. All right, let's put some of this really fun Pepto-Bismol pink in here. Oh yeah, we got to get to the journaling. Okay, after this, I'm going to put a reminder right here on my desk that says journal prompts. Instagram journal prompts. All right. All right. I'm sure to remember now. Hopefully. This cherry blossom pink that I called Pepto-Bismol pink, I've actually hit the bottom of the pan. That's how much I've used this color. I do really like it. I've almost hit the bottom of the pan on this lilac as well, right here. Dun, dun, dun. Leos are so fun. Virgos are crazy. What? Golly, I think of Virgos as being like really steady, maybe just compared to me, but like very particular and consistent. That's funny, Jay. But I don't really know all the astrology stuff. I have a friend who does, though, and I'll tell her a story about someone, you know, that she doesn't know or whatever, and she'll be like, they're probably a Virgo. And then I'll be like, I don't know. They're born in September. Yeah. Like she's always right. She knows how to pin down people's personality that way. I do not. Let's put some green over here. We almost have this page full. Isn't this lovely, you guys? You guys can do this. If you don't have watercolors, do you have Gelatos? Do you have other water-soluble things? You can use ink. You can use other things. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh. On vacation, my kids were the DJs, especially Young Z was our DJ for the trip. He even made playlists for each state and stuff, like real good DJ. Anyways, at one point, I think Sparkleheart requested to hear the song Hot Dog, which is a Mickey Mouse Club song. Last night when I was on Instagram, there's, I don't know if it's a channel or if it, because I'm not on there enough. I don't know if it's a channel or just a vibe that people do, but like they make music videos, unexpected music videos for songs. And it was like all these guys rapping hot, like lip syncing the song Hot Dog. Oh my gosh, and dancing to it. I had to show everyone in the family because we listened to that song in the car on our road trip, and then I saw this unexpected video. It was so hilarious, and now that song is stuck in my head. Okay, I have filled in the paper. It is done. Isn't that fun? Oh, I can't wait to use this on something one day. I could sit here and just spend hours just doing this. And it's so relaxing. And then what you can do, you guys, so like for these strips that I showed you, I went in with like Desiree's stamps. I use these all the time, the little inchies. Desiree, we need more inchies and stuff. But I like stamped with her Zentangle. There's one of her tangles. And then I used a pen, a white gel pen, and just kind of scribbled around the boxes. But essentially what you can do is go into your painted papers when this is done. So like this sheet that inspired the one below. And now you can like stamp on this, you can draw on it, you know, do whatever. Take your stencils to it. So here's a piece that I made, but this was with acrylic paint, not watercolor. So if you don't have watercolor, don't let that stress you out. You have acrylic paint, do the same idea with acrylic paint. That's what this is painted with. And I just painted random blocks of color, and then I used stencils. So there's a lot of ways to get painted papers. Do y'all like painted papers? Because I love them. Delise, I'm back, and happy birthday. I have a package for you. I will try to get it out. I need to send out Happy Mail. And when I saw it's your birthday, I was like, oh my gosh, I have a big package for you that I need to send you. It's going to be late. I'm always late. I'm very slow. I'm the slowest when it comes to that. But happy birthday, I get to tell you. And also, yes, I'm behind. Lauren's here. Print the little ATC Mary makes. Dang, all this ATC talk has me wanting to make an ATC, that's for sure. Let's maybe do ATCs this week. I'll write it down. Okay, I gotta move this to the side. I don't want this to move too much, but I need to move this to a flat surface so it can dry. It's very wet, but that's our watercolor. Oh, there's a spot. Yay. It's gonna do some wild things over there because it's not exactly flat. I'm gonna put these away. These are my Kuretake watercolors. This is a small palette. Again, I don't even know why I bought this palette, but I did. It's like not a great mixing palette or anything. I don't know. I think it was the last one I bought, and I was like, oh yeah, now I have them all, but I think I already have those colors in other palettes is the thing. Any Kuretake palette is great though. I love Kuretake watercolors. As you can tell, they're so pigmented. And also, but they are not exactly like other watercolors. They're almost like a gouache because they're opaque and not transparent. That is an important thing for you to know. They are not like the others. Okay, so let's talk about this journaling thing. And maybe I have an idea of how to represent it. Basically, I'm sure you all know, I don't have to tell you, that there's a big push to stop doom scrolling. Stop scrolling on your phone and start creating. Lots of creators are creating content around that, which is really funny. Like, don't scroll, don't watch YouTube, but watch this video about not watching YouTube. I mean, it's just kind of funny, the irony of it all. But I do get it. So with that, there's a lot of people creating content that has to do with like prompts and things to do so that you don't scroll. And I found some while I was scrolling last night. See the irony of it all? So I wanted to share this with you guys. And I really love it. I love the ideas. I say scroll if you want to. That's what I say. Oh, y'all were all spelling it for me. Thank you. Noni, hello. I'm behind, but I'm catching up. I'm catching up. I thought Betty Penny was going to add extra mushroom to the inside. Yeah. I do have it floating around my desk here, Angie. I could totally do that. Oh my gosh, I have a stamp set with mushrooms that says something like, "You're such a fun guy." Like, fungi mushroom. That would be really good inside that card. Squirrel. I think I can find it. What's that getting caught on? There it is. I think I can find it quickly here. Yep, it's right here. You're a fun guy. There's so mushroom in your heart. Moral support. I love this one. It's an old Hero Arts. Okay, Angie. And we'll put a bunch of fungi around. And we'll stamp them in Prom Queen so it all makes sense. We'll put 4 of those, and you're such a fun guy. We'll stamp that in black. You're right. I should decorate the inside of this card because my family always opens it expecting to see decoration. See, and you probably thought this was over. Okay, both watching from a computer in the same room. Well, thank you guys. I wanted the Nouveau colors for the longest time. I got them about a year ago. Do you think I've used them once, Delise? I'm so bad. Make some stripy paper today if you have time. I love the Nouveau set. I had to have it too. I had to have it right away. First time I saw it. And I have zero regrets, Maddie. I love it. And I'm not mad at this set because actually I think these are some of the colors that are in the Nouveau set. And I've already touched the bottom of that one. So I don't mind having, because those are colors I just love. All right, and we are going to stamp these other mushrooms in Prom Queen. Let me get that back out. I had put it away like a tidy little crafter, but it's easy to get back. Norma, hello. Hi, friend. How's it going? Okay, so there's that mushroom. And then we'll add all these other funky mushrooms to it. Oh my gosh, I love a pun. I'm such a card maker. It's destiny. It's meant to be. I was meant to do it because I love a pun. Yeah, but Maddie, like, it's not like you buy things and don't use them and don't realize it. That's like a whole nother issue. You realize, like, hey, I need to use this thing. And you'll do it. You will. You had a wild year, dear. So you just need to be patient with yourself. Give yourself some grace. Angie, thank you. Thank you. The card is officially done. Put these back. Okay, I promise we're going to get into this journal thing, you guys. All right. But y'all saw how much I need to file away, so I'll just add this to the pile. All right. Oh my gosh. Y'all had Craft Roulette on the TV, computer, and phone. Sheet loads are great for a dozen cards in an hour. Absolutely. Okay. No worries, VJ. If you say hi to everyone, I think that covers everyone. Hey, Concrete Butterfly. How's it going? Good to see you. Sorry, I'm behind. I'm not ignoring you. What is the name of the palette? Of this palette? Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. I tried looking. This is Kuretake. You might look it up by the number of colors in it. It's got 12 colors because I don't think they have another palette with only 12 colors. So if you find a Kuretake set with just 12 colors, I think you'll find it. The issue is I don't read Japanese, and these are Japanese watercolors, so everything's in Japanese except for the Kuretake. But it's got cherry blossom pink, lilac, cobalt blue, horizon blue, lime green, greenish yellow. Here's the name of the colors. It's got natural beige, rose beige, maroon, Indian red, gray, and blue gray deep. Those are the colors in this palette. That'll help you find it. Sorry, it doesn't have like an identifying, like, the only palette that I know of that has the identifying name is the Art Nouveau palette. Did you by any chance recommend Cassandra Louise? I feel so bad. I caught a live with her and it was amazing, but I can't remember who referred her to me. Meredith, I don't know. Oh, yeah, no worries, Delise. No worries at all. Scroll away. That's what I say. Girl, if you want to scroll, scroll. All right, let's get into this. Heidi Robbins. Hi, dear. I found it. Good, Holly. Holly, shop around before you get that one. I don't think this, honestly, this is the one I would skip personally because it's not a good mixing palette. So I'm just going to say it. And I think you can get the, let me try to see if I can find the Art Nouveau palette because I think those colors come in the Art Nouveau palette. All right. Here is the Art Nouveau palette that we keep referencing. We will get to this journal thing, I promise. Don't mind all this. This is acrylic paint. I used this as a palette one time. This is magic. Now, this isn't a great mixing palette either, but the colors are so amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. Now let's look. Pale pink, coral pink, potter's pink, and vermilion. Oh, okay. That's the vermilion, by the way. Okay, so no, it doesn't have the same colors. They are different, in fact. But these colors might be in the big palette. But yeah, this is the Art Nouveau. Isn't it dreamy and amazing? Oh, I love the pastel, but then the deep colors and the jewel tones. Ah, that palette is my favorite. And that is called the Art Nouveau palette by Kuretake. And then my very first watercolor palette I ever bought was Kuretake. Now, if y'all buy these, just understand that they are not translucent. They don't behave like other watercolors. They really behave like gouache, honestly. This is the first watercolor palette I ever bought. The first big, professional one I ever bought is this one by Kuretake. And now this one has everything you need to mix and make whatever color palettes you want from it. Now, some of the Kuretake, see how these all look, it's hard to tell what color these are. You really need to swatch them out because their darks all look the same. But that, I mean, it's fine. You just need color swatches. But once you get down here, you can't just look at the pan and tell what it is. And that's because they're so pigmented. But yeah, that's the big Mamba Jamba, the first one I ever got. It has like, this is the 36. I think there's more. I think there's one even bigger than this, but this is as big as I ever went with Kuretake. All right. For real, it is dreamy. I know. Yeah, that's the 36. Okay. For real, I want to show. Ooh. Oh, Brian liked it. Ooh, I want that. Okay, I could totally get lost in here. Hey, that looks like a card I would make. It's Debbie from Project 39. Okay, I want to show y'all. Did I save it? Where did I save this? I think I saved it in my photos, actually. I never know where to save things in Instagram. Are y'all that way? Okay, let's talk about some journaling prompts that I found from Self Crew with Wall. Interesting name. Self-Care with Wall. Okay, still an interesting name. All right, this was on Instagram. And this is not necessarily a journaling thing, but I could see where it could turn into a journaling thing. So mirror gazing, look into your own eyes for 10 minutes. Doesn't that sound hard? I don't know. That sounds hard to me. No phones, no distractions. The image you have of yourself begins to crack and the person underneath starts to emerge. I think after you did something like that, that is when it would be really great to have a journal nearby and take notes. I really want to get the new granulating ones that are out now. Yeah, I only have one. I have the first set. I did not get the others because I bought the Mission Gold granulating. So I didn't allow myself to buy the Kuretake, but I will eventually. I'll get there. Reverse journaling. This is a really cool idea, you guys. I've never thought of this. Write tomorrow's story as if it already happened. Every detail, every win. Your subconscious rehearses success long before reality catches up. I think that this would be a really good thing to do. Um, like if you there's something that you're anxious about doing, like a doctor's appointment or, you know, going to a social gathering that makes you anxious, if you have like social anxiety or anything, just like something on the job, a project that you're, daunted by, I think it would be really good to do this reverse journaling and write tomorrow's story as if it already happened, every detail, every win, because I think it could help. So I love that journaling idea. And also just for daydreaming, just for the good stuff. Okay, imaginary world building. I thought this was really inspirational as well. Create a place that exists only in your mind. Name the streets, design the landmarks. Imagination is not magic, it's a muscle, and most people never train it. I love that idea. The idea you could dedicate a whole journal to creating this magical little world where you get to name the streets and the characters and all the things and just have your own place that just feeds your imagination, and you get to work it like a muscle, your imagination. It's not magic, it's a muscle. I think you could dedicate a whole journal to that. Okay, I think this is the final one. Nope, there's another one. Feed auditing. Whoever you follow is thinking on your behalf. You don't notice it happening. You just wake up one day with opinions you never reasoned your way into, and a nervous system trained by strangers. I don't know. Your, I do know. I was thinking about this yesterday. Your feed is not entertainment, it's an operating system you're installing one scroll at a time. Curate it and inherit it. I've listed the best accounts in the caption. This goes back to irony of like she's telling us not to allow strangers to curate our thoughts, but she's telling us where to go and who to follow. It, it's okay. It's okay. We're all doing our best here. Um, but I will say what I thought about this when I read this, the feed auditing, is that we do have to train our algorithm. I think our algorithm is a lot of times, I think the algorithm right now is not being used for light, it's being used for dark, and it's radicalizing people in a very divisive and decisive way. I feel like it's dangerous actually. And I do feel like we have to train our algorithm. I am one person, when there's something that pops up and the energy is wrong on my feed, I will say, don't recommend this channel. I don't like this content. I train my algorithm. I want my algorithm to be positive. When I open YouTube or any other thing, I want to open it up. I want to see my friends and be inspired. That's why I'm going to YouTube. So anytime there's like a gossip channel that'll pop up, the real clickbaity kind of, I don't do true crime really. I kind of trained the algorithm not to send me true crime. There's just a lot of energetic things. I'm trying to get all the politics, all that stuff out of my algorithm. So, because I think it's radicalizing America. And so when she's saying feed auditing, I definitely agree to that. I try to make mine as much about journaling, painting, card making, you know, arts. I come here for inspiration, but also funny cat and dog videos or any animal. I also love the animals. So that stuff is welcome too. So I do think that auditing our and training our algorithm is important, because I do recognize that it's not being used for good always. I do feel like America is being divided by their algorithm more than anything. We should be more alike than we are different. And I blame a lot of that on content and algorithm. So if you feel like you're being more polarized, that you might need to audit your feed and go back and say, what do I really want to consume? I do think we have to be wise consumers of content. So I do agree with this. Um, I just think it's ironic that she was like, don't let strangers tell you what to think, but here, these are the ones you should subscribe to. Uh, I haven't looked at them. Maybe it's fine. And then pattern hunting. And this is really cool because it goes back to that hot dog story I was telling you about, that song Hot Dog. Okay, pattern hunting. Pay attention to what keeps repeating: numbers, conversations, ideas, I would say songs. Pay attention to these things. Your subconscious often whispers through patterns before it speaks clearly. I think that's interesting. I think we can find patterns in our life too, you know. So I wanted to share that with y'all. I thought those were not journaling prompts, but I thought all those things kind of, maybe if you've been away from journaling for a while, I myself go in and out of journaling. I thought that those were really thought-provoking and very cool kind of exercises that we could practice in our journals. So maybe you've never made a journal. We're going to make one lickety split, super quick. It's not going to be hard, and anyone can do it. Let's make a journal. Let's make a journal where we can maybe put one of these things into action. So we're going to keep it kind of small. I think I'm just going to make it out of this ivory cardstock. And I'm just going to grab 3 pieces of 8.5 by 11. We're going to keep this small and simple, you guys. Okay. And then I'm going to cut it at 5.5 on the 11-inch side. Yes, Heidi. And you know, I feel like the Holy Spirit keeps me in line a lot. But you know, my spirit wants to wiggle outside the line sometimes. But then I get checked, and for me, it's about energy. It's like, what kind of energy do you really want to consume? Okay, so now this is cut down to 5.5 by 8.5 because I took 3 sheets of paper, and on the 11-inch side, I cut it at 5.5. So I have these lovely pieces of paper that we can now take. And there's so many ways you can make a journal, you guys. But I think I'll just do a quick accordion journal with these. So I'm just going to take and connect these. I have been wanting to go more into journaling, like actually, journaling though. And my husband really wants me to scrapbook our trip that we just took. He wants me actually to scrapbook both the Disney trip and this one that we just took. He asked almost nothing of me. So if he wants me to do that, I'm going to do it. So you guys, I'm going to be scrapbooking, and I figure we can do that together. Now, I like to memory keep in a junk journal. I like to keep journals for and I like to have themed journals, and I'll use one journal for, maybe you could use one journal for travel and one for other things. Okay, all I'm doing is taking and connecting these. with this double-sided tape. This is so easy. I'm just going, adding one after another. This is our binding. Anybody can do it. If you do not have double-sided tape, use glue. It'll be just fine. I'm just doing this live. I want things to stick. I don't want to wait on things to dry. So I'm doing it this way. Another thing I saw the other day, by the way, was a daily journal. Of course, there's no one policing this, so if you didn't journal every day, it wouldn't be the end of the world. You wouldn't mean you'd give up on it, right? There might be a gap in time. But capturing, just a 5-minute moment or less of your day and actually journaling about it. So for me, I saw that a day after we got home from our trip, and the next morning, bright and early, me and my hubby left to go get groceries because we had no groceries here because everything had been, disposed of or whatever. And that morning we walked outside. We'd just gotten home. And I have butterfly gardens in my front yard. And the monarchs were here. And we walked outside, and it was a flurry of monarchs. And they were all over the place, and they were flying all around us. I called it like a monarch mist. It was like a mist of butterflies all around us. It was so magical. And I don't really want to forget that moment. And it wasn't even 5 minutes. It was just like a 1-2 minute observation as I walked to the car, and I walked through a mist of butterflies. And I think there's just a little bit of magic in all of our days if we stop and pay attention to it. And that was like, I want to journal that. I want to capture that and journal that moment, that mist of butterflies. I can't remember anything else really about that day other than we took a nap. We took a very long summer nap. Me and my hubby, he took one couch, I took the other, and we took like probably a 4-hour nap. We were so tired from the day before and from the whole trip. We had to get caught up. But yeah, like I don't want to forget that mist of butterflies. So that would be another journaling thing I would encourage y'all to think about, and just rediscover the magic in your day, even if it's just little things like that. I've been chasing the stink bug off my cucumber and basil. Like that's something I could journal about. Oh, and the snake. So when we got back, I told y'all earlier, oops, I didn't fold that one very well. I'm just trying to fold this evenly, zigzagging, by the way. But when we got back from our trip, my husband said our yard is like Jumanji outside, and there was a 4-foot snake skin on our back porch. Well, yesterday my husband was out in the backyard because he's trying to reclaim it as our space again, and he found the snake that had shed the skin. And it's okay. It's a rat snake. So he just talked to it and was like, "Hey, dude, we're back. Thanks for watching the house. You can go on now." All good here. We're good. Thanks for being a guardian of the property, but you can move on now. And you know what it did? It crawled right out of our yard. But yeah, so these are all like little moments, and I think make yourself a little journal. That's what this is. I'm trying to inspire you to do. And you can collect the little moments, just the little things. They're not even 5 minutes, but I do think there's magic in them. Okay, now this piece right here. So when I was folding, I needed a piece that I could attach to the cover. So that's this piece right here. And then this piece, I want to stop here because I want to attach this to the back cover. So what I'm going to do is take this. I'm not even going to cut this off. You could cut this off right here. But I think what I'll do instead is take it and fold it in and make it into a pocket. The main thing with an accordion journal is you do want to try to keep your pages as like edge to edge even as you can. But even though these aren't perfect, they'll still work. That side's pretty good. That side's pretty good. This one's pretty shabby. But yeah, now I can glue this down and make this like a little pocket if I want. But we have this situation now from 3 sheets of paper. And for me, you guys, I like small journals because they're easy to fill up. If I make a big journal with like 3 signatures, there's something so intimidating for my brain about that I never finish one and then I feel bad about it. But if I just stay small, I have better odds of finishing it. And I like that. Okay, when we were going through our painted papers the other day, there were these 4 sheets that I said I had gel printed for journal covers. So let's pick one of these. And one of these is going to be our journal cover. So I had gel printed onto a very thick, like 110-pound cardstock, which I think is thick enough for a journal cover, especially little journals like this. Oh, it's just hard to pick which one. These are the 4. I thought I had one that I had cut down, but I don't know if this one's big enough. Here's one I've already cut into. Oh, I miss scrapbooking. I haven't done scrapbooking since Danny was born. Girl, I have not scrapbooked since 2006. I've told myself I would, but I haven't. I scrapbooked me and Dr. Shrub's adventures in Europe, and he loves those scrapbooks, and that's why he wants me to do the same thing for this trip. So I can do that. I can do that for my hubby. It's for our whole family, really. All right, I'm going to cut this so that this cover covers all my edges. And I think I can get both covers out of this one sheet. I want to make something so simple that nobody will be like, that's too complicated. I can't do it. All right. I applaud you. Inspire your positive outlook. You are an amazing inspiration. Oh, I was homebound for about 25 plus years caring for a disabled son, and I chose joy. I didn't have many friends, but I chose to find joy in the little things. I taught my daughter the same. Exactly, Norma. And you radiate that joy to all of us. It's apparent in your kindness. All right. So now I love accordion journals because they're easy, but I also love them because they're like flip-flop journals. There's really no front and back. You get both sides of the paper to work on. Like, I just love accordion journals. Okay, so let's get these glued together. So now I'm just going to take this. Gel printing with Handy Scandy. You'll have to go watch that afterwards. Miss Nancy just posted a video. Okay, and I'm just going to line it up, making sure, right now I'm just gluing this down to make sure that all of my edges are covered and you can't see any of the journal pages peeking through. I could turn it over. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing for the back cover. And we will have made a journal that anybody can make. You can add more pages, you can have less pages. How about we count our pages together and we'll see how many I was able to fit in here. Okay, same thing. I'm just going to kind of line this up so I can't see the actual journal pages through it. There we go. I'm good with that. And then we need, this is the back side that had that little pocket. Let's glue that down. All right. I used over 500 A2 envelopes since Paper Ganza. Wow. Angie, that is amazing. That's a lot of Happy Mail, girlfriend. That's a lot of cards. Okay, let's see how many pages we got out of this. We're going to count that one. $24. Actually, it's 22 pages. So that's almost enough to do daily journaling for a month about the 5-minute miracles in your life. All right, so I want y'all to think about a 5-minute miracle and tell us something. It can be 5 minutes or less, but something you don't mind sharing with the group, something in your life that you would consider a 5-minute miracle. And while y'all do that, I'm also going to read them, so just know that. I'm going to look for some butterflies, and I'm going to record the butterfly mist, which was like a 5-minute miracle in my life. I've been wanting the butterflies to come back. They've kind of been absent. Last year, they weren't as abundant as they had been in the past. Could be anything. It can be anything at all. And I am going to use this stamp set. Ooh la la. And I've got a few that I can use, these smaller ones. I'm going to stamp out. Unfortunately, I currently find myself in catch-up mode again. Oh. I think I live in catch-up mode, Maddie. Catch-up mode for scrapbooking. Yeah, I bet. Well, I knew ahead of time. My hubby told me before we even left for the trip. He was like, hey, will you scrapbook this trip for us? So I knew in advance, which was great, because I could kind of gather and collect things as we went with that in mind. Because when I scrapbook, I try to add as many pictures as I can. I want to get as many pictures from the trip in the scrapbook as I can. I like to add tickets and, you know, all the ephemera from the trip that I can. So I made sure to collect a lot of like ephemera from the trip, knowing he wanted me to scrapbook it. All right, this butterfly mist. I think it's gonna go on the, I'm gonna try to keep it to one page. So I'm just gonna move it like that. So those little ones might not make it. Now Biddy has to know that when she pulls out something awesome, she's supposed to give us the brand name and model. LOO. Flo, that is so funny because I was talking to a friend and she's like, "You're an influencer." And I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm not an influencer. I'm just sharing my crafty journey." I refuse to call myself an influencer, but it's Iron Orchid Designs. And this one is called Butterflies. It's a 12 by 12 stamp set. I love Iron Orchid Design stamp sets so much. They're acrylic. They're not photopolymer. They're acrylic stamps. And they make products to like refinish furniture, make artwork. It's like home decor kind of brand. But yeah, I really love their stuff. So thanks for reminding me, Flo. I actually need reminders to be the proper influencer that I don't want to be. I don't mind. I know how it is. I'm the exact same way. Believe me, anytime I'm watching a video, like when Karen pulled out that really cool book, I wanted to know where she got it and what it was called. So I totally get it. I'm just bad at sharing that sometimes. Okay, I'm just holding this piece of paper here to keep my butterflies from going over the edge. And now I'm going to ink them up. And monarch-ish colors. They're just going to have like some kind of monarch flair, but they're not really going to be monarchs. I'm using red, orange, and brown. Try to get their antennas. I have so many journals, but this is going to be my 5-minute miracle journal. I could have missed it. That, like after you get your ink on there, you can mist it and it kind of blends a little better. But I didn't think of that until now. And if I had been on a foam instead of this glass, which doesn't give very much, I could have got a better impression. Zal's back. Hey girl, hey. Zal, we're doing 5-minute miracles, a journal for 5-minute miracles, and this one is Butterfly Mist. because on Monday I had a mist of butterflies. I hear you. Some of our lovely moments are not captured digitally, so we put memories in our journals and words. Yep. You can't capture everything digitally. Like when Dr. Shrub encountered the snake that had left the skin on our back porch while we were gone, he was like, he opened the back door. He's like, hey, do you know where my phone is? I was like, no idea where your phone is. I'm lucky if I know where my phone is. I was like, but I did know where mine was. I was like, I can give you mine. What is it? And he's like, I see the snake that left the skin on our back porch. You know, and so it's like a total hustle to get to a phone to digitally capture the snake he wanted. He was using the Google lens to make sure he could identify it, and it was a rat snake, so we're fine. My husband has had to battle a coral snake and a rattlesnake at the exact same time before. So if it's just a rat snake, that's good news to us. So I think what I'm going to do, I did get a perfect impression on these butterflies. So I am going to take this. I'm just going to label this butterfly mist. I hear you, bird. And I'm going to date it. Butterfly mist. And I'm going to use my date stamp. If you don't have a date stamp, just write your date. Hi, Jenny. How's it going? Hey, we're working on, if you go back, I've made a craft roulette card. We've played with watercolor that anybody can do with any ability. You don't have to think of yourself as an artist or think that you might not have the skill set. It's watercolor for anybody. And then we talked about journaling prompts, and we made this journal, which is a very simple journal that hopefully I think anybody can make. Again, I'm trying to keep it really simple. And this is our 5-minute miracle journal. So I'm gonna write butterfly mist. On this. I'm going to glue those right there. I've changed my date, so my date stamp. I could have dated it to the date that I saw the butterfly mist. This can be anything, you guys. This can be your 5-minute miracle. Or less. It doesn't have to be 5 minutes. I'm just calling it that to, you know, kind of caption. It's just small little things in our life. Let me roll this back. Let's see, if today's the 18th, that would have been the 13th. Is the day that I actually saw and walked through the butterfly mist. I'm just guessing where this is going to stamp. I can't really tell where it stamps. And we talked, Jenny, about different, we covered some really interesting ideas and concepts before this, so you might want to check that out. if you have the time. Over here, I could write about this. Or I can probably write about it in and around the butterflies. Okay. Upon returning from vacation, we were greeted by, and I did a ... butterfly mist, and then I put the dates. Like for me, that's enough to kind of remember the moment. So this is like really simple journaling. And I don't have to sit down and write a bunch about it. I could sit down and write about how last year the monarchs really seemed to decrease on our property, but this year they're back, and that's a great feeling. And, you know, I could add more to it, but even if I just capture this much, I've captured the moment, and I've started a little place where I can record the little special moments of our day, even if it's only for 5 minutes, or, you know, it's a very small thing, very short observation, prayer, anything that kind of adds some shine to your day that you want to record and remember. I am going to cover this pocket with this random scrap. And you guys, I think that's everything that I have for you today. I hope you feel inspired by all the things we worked on, one of the things we worked on, something that someone said in the chat. I know our chat is full. I want to go back and see if anybody wrote down their 5-minute miracle for this week. Or 5-minute moment or observation. I just think it's good. It's good. Like a gratitude journal. Let's see how this paper tears. Pretty good. These are the We Are Memory Keepers tear rulers. You get 3 in a package. They're all different. I can only find 2. Wait, I think I see the other one. This is the one most commonly used by people. The small kind of tearing edge. But these are all really cool too. I like the scallops. Yeah, you get all 3 of these in a pack. I just want to cover that pocket. And I like that this piece of paper kind of matches our butterflies, which is why I'm doing this. And it was just a scrap on my desk. Maybe what I'll do is put the straight edge on the outside and the scallop edge on the inside of the pocket. I'm going to make a 5-minute miracle journal. I love that idea. Yay! I might record a video. Maybe a 5-minute video. I'll try. It's hard. Sharing that idea with others in case they miss this last part of the live. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. Okay, so we have another journal. I could title it. I won't do that now. I've held y'all, we've been together long enough today, but another time. I'm going to keep using this. And, you know, you might want to make a journal like this. Another idea that I just had is you could kind of pre-decorate your pages a little bit, or use more decorative paper, but just make a journal that you can just have with you and write down your 5-minute miracles, but not craft for them each day. Like that might seem more manageable, where you don't have to come to the craft room and get out stamps and do all this to capture your little miracles. But like, um, just already decorate your journal. Don't leave it blank like this if you want. And then you can just write in. You could have it on the kitchen counter, on the dining room table, in your purse, um, by your nightstand. You could have it, you know, on a TV tray, whatever, coffee table, and record that way as well. You could also use Post-it notes if you are like, well, I like the idea of the artsy side of it. You could keep your little journal with Post-it notes and put a Post-it, like write down whatever it is. And if you can't get to crafting for it right away, you could put a Post-it note saying what you wanted to record later, and then you could go back and record it. There is something really amazing about the visuals when you do journaling that's like art journaling, a memory or a moment. It really will take you back there. It's quite amazing. At least that's how it works for me. Miss Nancy, I was telling everybody you posted a gel printing video and they should all go watch it. I saw it pop up in my notifications. I'm going to go watch it. How you doing, dear? You like it, Heidi Robin? Good. I'm so glad. I want to go back and see if anybody shared their but you're not an influencer at all. Yeah. Hopefully in the most positive ways. Let's see. You've been ill a lot in recent weeks, but this morning is a good morning. Yay. I'm happy to hear that, Nancy. I'm happy to hear today's a good day. You may appreciate some of the things we've talked about. If you go back, we talked about some really cool, we talked about reverse journaling. We talked about training our algorithm and all kinds of fun things that you might really appreciate before we made this journal. We also made my craft roulette card. Let me get that out at the beginning of the video. Made this little cutie. We also had some watercolor fun for Watercolor Month, World Watercolor Month. We made this sheet of paper together. Guys, it's still drying a little bit, but yeah, so that's what we've been up to today. And it's crazy when I think about it. The longest bit of this video was making this little card. And then we made a journal and a watercolor background in half the time. Isn't that wild? That's just wild. But it's cute. And I have a little thank you card for my hubs for hauling us around on that road trip. The epic road trip. All right, you guys. Well, I've had crossing a bridge one day to catch bald eagle swoop done. Oh, snatch a fish right out of the river. Wow. Had to be a Kodak moment for me because I couldn't catch it on the camera. Vicki, that sounds like the perfect thing to journal. Baby books. Oh, that's so sweet, Maddie, in your scrapbooking days. Oh, I hate it when that happens, Angie. I'm just going back. It is never too late. You know what, Maddie? I'm just going back because I did miss a few comments. When I go to the crop here in Austin, we have a monthly crop. And when I go to it, people are scrapbooking Bethany for like 15, 20 years ago. it's never too late. People actually often don't. I would say like there's definitely a section of scrapbookers who don't scrapbook for current events. They scrapbook for, you know, kids for 15 years ago or whatever, you know. So I agree with Maddie. It's never too late to start. Oh, snakes are not my thing either, Maddie. Oh, Bethany, I did the same exact thing. Oh, I Norma, no, I do not like snakes. Of all God's creatures, that's the one that I'm like hard pass. Snakes and like alligators, crocodiles, hard pass. I can handle lizards, Komodo dragons at a distance are great. A lot of God's creatures at a distance are really great. Snakes, I just never know. I told y'all about the time that I met Buddy Guy, who drummed for Jimi Hendrix. And I met him because my roommate played the saxophone and he needed a saxophone player because they were playing a blues fest in Fort Worth, Texas. And my roommate was like, "Hey, you want to go with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." And we went to an after party, which ended up being at a biker bar in Fort Worth somewhere. And there were literally like hundreds of snakes crawling all over the floor, the furniture, the pool tables. They were everywhere. I walked in, I took a good look around. I talked to my roommate, said, "Hey, bud, I'm going to be in the car until you're ready to go. I'm just going to go out there. Don't worry. You don't have to rush. Don't leave early on my account. I'm going to go sleep in the car while you do whatever is going on in here because I am not staying in here." And I turned my happy little self around and went right back outside. There is no way I was staying there for that. I do the same thing, Lauren. She says, "I've done a whole lot of journaling, but I do drop out." I do too. I do too. Mine are never consecutive. There's been only a few times I could count on one hand that I've started like a monthly challenge or prompt that I've finished. I did one for the Jelly Printing and Junk Journal July a couple of years ago. I did one for Zentangle, and I think there's one more. I think I've only ever like journaled consecutively for a month like 3 times. I'm just not that girl. And that's okay. There's too many rabbit holes and trails to follow. Well, you guys, I've held enough of your time for this weekend, but I love you guys to pieces. I hope you enjoyed our session and our time today. Anybody can make these 2 projects. I mean, anybody can make these 3 projects, but get your watercolor out if you want to participate in World Watercolor Month and just do squares, do these lines. It's really fun. Any color palette that you want. You could just sit down and make yourself a whole bunch of backgrounds this way, and they would, you know, keep them in your stash and they'd be there for you the next time you want to create. You could use them for your ATCs. Lots of people are making ATCs. Anybody can make this journal. I used 3 sheets of 8.5 by 11 paper. It's a light cardstock, like 65-pound weight cardstock, and then 110-pound covers, just very simple. And a card, a scene card, essentially. I had so much fun with all of y'all. I hope you did too. I love you guys to pieces. I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend, everyone. Oh, go see The Odyssey if you like really intense period pieces, because you might really like it.